from the island captain who just missed the essential by 5 runs, and who wants to ask the question.
Cruel to remind him. Andrew, you said obviously the toss would be a big toss to win, and obviously about the Poodle today. How proud were you of that day's performance?
Yeah, we had a brief chat inside about how good a day that is, but at the same time, that's when you win the toss here and bat first, that's the day you have to have. It's all well and good saying that, but to actually go out and play the way that we did, I think was really happy. We obviously took a lot from last week. We saw how they batted on it. You know, they had 300s on the pitch, 400s, was it 400s? 400s on the pitch. So we knew that the first innings total is so important. So yeah, it's been a good day for us, and hopefully we can. It's only a good day if we have a really good one tomorrow as well.
How much of a part will Paul Sterling play tomorrow?
Yeah, he's fine. He's up and about. It was quite scary actually. I've never seen a cramp that bad. I was trying my best at the start to help him, but when he was roaring at me, I left it to the physio. But it's just been so great to have him back in the team. I think his intent from ball one took it to the Sri Lankan bowlers, and it made my job easier as well at the other end. And yeah, I'm confident he'll be good to go tomorrow.
Your own dismissal, obviously, you lost the strike. I think you only faced one ball in the previous 4 overs. Is that any part of the dismissal?
No, I don't think so. It's a shot that I played a fair bit as the day went on, and for whatever reason I just didn't get it away, and that's the game. You know, if we had maybe lost another couple that evening, I would have felt really sour with myself, but the way Curtis came in and played, and Lorcan as well, sort of countered that new ball, has made it our day, and I think that's really important.
Still in jail, there's much different with the spinners today?
It wasn't. I think it was different last time when we played our spinners, because it was sort of the second day or halfway through the second day, so there wasn't as much spin today. They're obviously very accurate, and you've still got to be pretty good with your shot selection. But yeah, look, you know that they're good enough spinners to produce a ball that can keep you honest, and they managed to do that throughout the day. But I think we countered that as well and played pretty positively throughout. And yeah.
He was seemed to be struggled to score for others, probably the point of time away.
Yeah, and like he bowled pretty accurately, but we knew that there wasn't scoreboard pressure, so we certainly went through ebbs and flows in the game today. But we know how much of a threat their spinners are, and they will be in the second innings. We've just got to make sure that we get a good first innings total.
You mentioned Lorcan and Curtis. Do you know, is it their intention to attack the new ball?
No, I'm not sure. There was no message sent from us. I think our main message this morning in the huddle was, whatever we do this week, just play it as you see it. There was no message from me or Gary. We don't want to give any sort of restrictions to our players. Certainly when it's getting 2 or 3 overs to go to the end of the play, you're maybe a bit more, you want them to be a bit more tighter, but the way Lorcan's playing at the moment, who am I to tell him how to play the game? And like I said, Curtis did really well when he came in as well.
It did seem a lot more positivity all around the last through the whole lineup.
Yeah, I think I spoke about us wanting to play a certain way, but I think just the way we played today helped by the fact that it was a really good wicket, and you could commit to your shots and not worry too much about any sort of lateral movement. So I wouldn't say there was a big team meeting saying we have to do this. We just kind of, like we said this morning in the huddle, was just play it as you see it, and it came off for us today, but hopefully we can do it tomorrow as well.
Cheeky little question just to finish. Obviously you want to bat on for as long as you can. Have you ever made a declaration?
No, I've never made a declaration. I'd love to make one, and hopefully tomorrow at some point later on in the day that might come into it.
Disappointed you won't come close to making 100 in this?
To be honest, not really. I think because we've had such a great day, I'm not too bothered about it. Yeah, it would have been nice, but I've felt pretty good with my game today. I felt like I helped the team, which is important. I've had a couple of tests where I haven't done that, and you can kind of go searching a bit, and especially as captain you want to lead from the front, so yeah, naturally as a batter you are a bit disappointed, but I think to be 4 down at the end of play, I'm happy as a player with that.
We started off sort of maintaining 10 fours in the first 50 and then you sort of slowed down. Was it because Paul was scoring runs or?
Yeah, that helped. He came in and liked what he saw in me and tried it himself, and you know, when he's hitting Jai Surya for sixes, having seen what happened last week, that's the kind of clear mind that we probably needed, someone to come into the group and just play the way that he plays. I didn't make a conscious decision to kind of stop scoring the way I was scoring, but I just felt like I wanted to bat for as long as possible and runs would hopefully come.
Compared to the first test, how do you sort of look at this wicket test? So do you think it's a bit of better service than usual?
Yeah, potentially. They still got the ball to spin, and there was a couple that stayed low with the seamers, but by and large it's a pretty good wicket. We knew that it would be a good wicket, and yeah, we've just got to make sure that we capitalise on the day we've had today. We know that they'll come back, and that first hour and session tomorrow will be really important. But yeah, we're in a good place, and hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow.
So what sort of score will you be comfortable in?
Comfortable, 600 would I be very comfortable, but look, it's still a long way off. It's slightly different. Last week they obviously went at a really good rate and we struggled to control the run rate. Today it was slightly different and they bowled really well, and the rate wasn't as high as last week, but yeah, I think it would just be really disappointing if we couldn't capitalise on what we've done today. Hopefully Paul's fully fit for tomorrow and he can come back in, and sort of Andy McBride and Graham Hume and those guys down the end can contribute, but we have 2 guys who are pretty set now, and we'll certainly be looking for them to go pretty big tomorrow.
After this point on the first test, very on the game inside 3 days, how proud are you about the effort of the team on the first day of the second test at a place where most teams have come and struggled to compete?
Yeah, look, very proud. I think I said it last week that we're learning on the job as Test cricketers. That was very hot today, very humid. You know, a couple of the Sri Lankan players that, you know, were saying it's really hot for them as well. So it's really, really tough Test cricket, even though it was a really flat wicket. You know, we haven't probably had a day like that in Test cricket, bar maybe the 3rd day in Dhaka, where we batted through a whole day without losing too many wickets. So yeah, of course we can be proud of that because we're so early in our Test career, and naturally you want to compete and you want to win, but it's not going to happen overnight, and that's why we have to make the most of what we've set up today and go into tomorrow with that sort of mentality.
Can you talk us through?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, can you talk us through the plans you had coming into this game after the bad performance in the previous game, and if you did anything different with the bat?
Plans, you know, we knew that they'd probably go unchanged because of the longer break in between games. So we had enough guys last week who faced a lot of their bowlers, particularly Jai Surya, who's a huge threat. So there was a bit of chat, but nothing out of the ordinary. Like I said, if we lose, we're not going to. It's not the end of the world. We're not going to delve too deep into it because it's such a quick turnaround, and we want guys to just go out and play cricket, play it the way they see it, and hopefully we have good days. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow can be a better day than today.
Captain, your high scoring test is here at that 9. You're just 20 runs away from that, and also along the way you had the highest partnership as well in test cricket between you and Sterling. So how proud are you, and how do you rate this performance out of the several tests that you guys have played so far?
Yeah, I think partnerships are so important. We felt that when we bowled first last week, that there were a couple of massive partnerships and you feel a bit deflated, and I'd like to think that we made the Sri Lankans think a bit more than they had to do last week. And yeah, I think just I've been very lucky to play a lot of my cricket with Paul Sterling. I count myself very fortunate to have played with a lot of very good cricketers, and he's certainly one of them. We have a couple in our group at the moment, Tector, Tucker, who are like really good players as well. So we're very fortunate with the players we have. But yeah, look, he's very enjoyable to bat with. although I was worried for his health towards the end. But he's in good spirits, and I think he's just really enjoyed being back in the group, and hopefully he can kind of go on and make a big 100 tomorrow.
No questions? Okay,
Thank you.